500 Essential English Words to Help You to Master English Vocabulary. Section 1, Everyday Vocabulary.
1. Hello, a greeting used when meeting someone. Example, hello, how are you today? 2. Goodbye, a farewell used when parting. Example, goodbye, see you tomorrow. 3. Please, a polite way to request something. Example, please pass me the salt. 4. Thank you, an expression of gratitude. Example, thank you for your help. 5. Yes, an affirmative response. Example, yes, I agree with you. 6. No, a negative response. Example, no, I don't want any coffee. 7. Friend, the person you know and like. Example, she is my best friend. 8. Family, a group of people related by blood or marriage. Example, my family is very important to me. 9. Home, the place where someone lives. Example, I go home after work. 10. Food, what people and animals eat to live. Example, I love Italian food. 11. Water, a clear liquid essential for life. Example, can I have a glass of water? 12. Time, the ongoing sequence of events. Example, what time is it now? 13. Day, a 24-hour period. Example, today is a beautiful day. 14. Night, the period of darkness in a 24-hour cycle. Example, I like to read at night. 15. Morning, the early part of the day. Example, I wake up early in the morning. 16. Afternoon, the period between noon and evening. Example, let's meet in the afternoon. 17. Evening, the period between afternoon and night. Example, we have dinner in the evening. 18. Week, a period of 7 days. Example, I work 5 days a week. 19. Month, a period of about 4 weeks. Example, February is the shortest month. 20. Year, a period of 365 days, or 366 in a leap year. Example, next year, I will travel to Japan. 21. Today, the present day. Example, today is my birthday. 22. Tomorrow, the day after today. Example, I have a meeting tomorrow. 23. Yesterday, the day before today. Example, yesterday, I went to the park. 24. Now, at the present time. Example, I am busy right now. 25. Later, at a time in the future. Example, I will call you later. 26. Soon, in a short time. Example, the train will arrive soon. 27. Always, at all times, forever. Example, she always helps her friends. 28. Never, not at any time. Example, I never eat fast food. 29. Sometimes, occasionally. Example, sometimes, I go for a walk. 30. Often, frequently. Example, I often visit my grandparents. 31. Every day, each day without exception. Example, I exercise every day. 32. Weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Example, I relax on the weekend. 33. Holiday, a day of celebration or rest. Example, we are planning a holiday in December. 34. Work, activity to earn a living. Example, I work at a hospital. 35. School, a place for learning. Example, my son goes to school by bus. 36. Study, to learn about a subject. Example, I study English every evening. 37. Learn, to gain knowledge or skill. Example, I want to learn how to cook. 38. Teach, to help someone learn. Example, she teaches science at a university. 39. Play, to engage in a game or activity. Example, the children play in the park. 40. Game, an activity for fun or competition. Example, we played a fun game last night. 41. Music, sounds arranged in a pleasing way. Example, I listen to music while working. 42. Movie, a story shown on film. Example, let's watch a movie tonight. 43. Book, a written or printed work. Example, this book is very interesting. 44. Read, to look at and understand written words. Example, I read the newspaper every morning. 45. Write, to form letters or words on a surface. Example, I write in my journal every day. 46. Call, to contact someone by phone. Example, I will call you later. 47. Phone, a device for communication. Example, my phone is ringing. 48. Computer, an electronic device for processing data. Example, I use my computer for work. 49. Internet, a global network of information. Example, I found the information on the internet. 50. Email, a message sent electronically. Example, I sent an email to my boss. Section 2. Common verbs. 1. Run, to move quickly on foot. Example, I run every morning to stay healthy. 2. Eat, to consume food. Example, I eat breakfast at 7 a.m. 3. Drink, to consume liquid. Example, I drink coffee every day. 4. Sleep, to rest in a state of reduced consciousness. Example, I sleep for 8 hours every night. 5. Read, to look at and understand written words. Example, I read a book before bed. 6. Write, to form letters or words on a surface. Example, I write emails to my clients. 7. Speak, to talk to someone. Example, I speak English fluently. 8. Listen, to pay attention to sound. Example, I listen to music while working. 9. Learn, to gain knowledge or skill. Example, I learn new words every day. 10. Work, to do a job or task. Example, I work from 9 to 5. 11. Play, to engage in a game or activity. Example, the children play in the garden. 12. Watch, to look at something attentively. Example, I watch TV in the evening. 13. Cook, to prepare food by heating it. Example, I cook dinner for my family. 14. Clean, to make something free of dirt. Example, I clean my house on weekends. 15. drive, to operate a vehicle. Example, I drive to work every day. 16. Walk, to move on foot at a slow pace. Example, I walk my dog in the park. 17. Talk, to speak to someone. Example, we talk on the phone every night. 18. Ask, to request information. Example, I ask questions in class. 19. Answer, to respond to a question. Example, please answer the question. 20. Give, to transfer something to someone. Example, I give gifts to my friends. 21. Take, to carry or move something. Example, I take the bus to school. 22. Buy, to purchase something. Example, I buy groceries every week. 23. Sell, to exchange something for money. Example, he sells cars for a living. 24. Open, to make something accessible. Example, I open the window to let in fresh air. 25. Close, to shut something. Example, please close the door. 26. Start, to begin something. Example, I start work at 9 a.m. 27. Finish, to complete something. Example, I finish work at 5 p.m. 28. Wait, to stay in one place until something happens. Example, I wait for the bus every morning. 29. Meet, to come together with someone. Example, I meet my friends for coffee. 30. Call, to contact someone by phone. Example, I will call you later. 31. Send, to cause something to go or be taken somewhere. Example, I send emails to my colleagues. 32. Receive, to be given or presented with something. Example, I receive a lot of messages every day. 33. Help, to assist someone. Example, can you help me with this project? 34. Find, to discover something. Example, I find my keys on the table. 35. Lose, to no longer have something. Example, I lose my wallet sometimes. 36. Think, to use your mind to consider something. Example, I think about my future plans. 37. Know, to be aware of something. Example, I know the answer to that question. 38. Understand, to grasp the meaning of something. Example, I understand the instructions clearly. 39. Remember, to recall something from memory. Example, I remember my first day at school. 40. Forget, to fail to remember something. Example, I forget where I put my glasses. 41. Feel, to experience an emotion or sensation. Example, I feel happy today. 42. Love, to have a strong affection for someone or something. Example, I love my family very much. 43. Hate, to dislike something intensely. Example, I hate waking up early. 44. A need, to require something. Example, I need a new pair of shoes. 45. Want, to desire something. Example, I want to travel the world. 46. Try, to attempt to do something. Example, I try to exercise every day. 47. Change, to make or become different. Example, I change my clothes after work. 48. Stay, to remain in one place. Example, I stay at home on weekends. 49. Leave, to go away from a place. Example, I leave the office at 6 p.m. 50. Arrive, to reach a destination. Example, I arrive at the airport at 8 a.m. Section 3. Adjectives to describe people and things. 1. Happy, feeling or showing pleasure. Example, she is always happy and smiling. 2. Sad, feeling or showing sorrow. Example, he felt sad after hearing the news. 3. Big, large in size. Example, they live in a big house. 4. Small, little in size. Example, she has a small dog. 5. Hot, having a high temperature. Example, the weather is very hot today. 6. Cold, having a low temperature. Example, I don't like cold weather. 7. Fast, moving or able to move quickly. Example, he is a fast runner. 8. Slow, moving or able to move at a low speed. Example, the traffic is slow this morning. 9. Easy, not difficult. Example, this maths problem is easy. 10. Hard, difficult to do or understand. Example, learning a new language is hard. 11. New, recently made or created. Example, I bought a new car. 12. Old, having existed for a long time. Example, this is an old building. 13. Young, having lived for a short time. Example, she is very young and energetic. 14. Tall, of great height. Example, he is the tallest person in the room. 15. Short, of little height. Example, she is shorter than her brother. 16. Long, measuring a great distance from end to end. Example, she has long hair. 17. Short, measuring a small distance from end to end. Example, the meeting was very short. 18. Beautiful, pleasing to the senses. Example, the sunset is beautiful. 19. Ugly, unpleasant to look at. Example, the old house looks ugly. 20. Strong, having physical power. Example, he is very strong and can lift heavy weights. 21. Weak, lacking physical strength. Example, she felt weak after the illness. 22. Rich, having a lot of money or assets. Example, he is a rich businessman. 23. Poor, lacking money or resources. Example, they are poor but happy. 24. Clean, free from dirt. Example, the kitchen is very clean. 25. Dirty, covered or marked with dirt. Example, his shoes are dirty. 26. Bright, giving out or reflecting a lot of light. Example, the room is bright and sunny. 27. Dark, with little or no light. Example, it's too dark to see anything. 28. Heavy, of great weight. Example, this box is too heavy to carry. 29. Light, of little weight. Example, the bag is very light. 30. Expensive, costing a lot of money. Example, this watch is very expensive. 31. Cheap, low in price. Example, I bought a cheap phone. 32. Interesting, attracting attention or curiosity. Example, this book is very interesting. 33. Boring, not interesting or exciting. Example, the movie was boring. 34. Funny, causing laughter or amusement. Example, he told a funny joke. 35. Serious, not joking or playful. Example, she has a serious expression. 36. Kind, friendly and considerate. Example, she is a kind person. 37. Mean, unkind or cruel. Example, he was mean to his classmates. 38. Polite, having good manners. Example, he is always polite to everyone. 39. Rude, lacking good manners. Example, it's rude to interrupt someone. 40. Quiet, making little or no noise. Example, the library is very quiet. 41. Noisy, making a lot of noise. Example, the children are noisy today. 42. Busy, occupied with activity. Example, I am busy with work this week. 43. Free, not occupied or in use. Example, are you free this weekend? 44. Safe, free from danger or harm. Example, this neighborhood is very safe. 45. Dangerous, likely to cause harm. Example, driving too fast is dangerous. 46. Healthy, in good physical condition. Example, she eats healthy food every day. 47. Sick, suffering from an illness. Example, he is sick and can't come to work. 48. Wet, covered or soaked with water. Example, the ground is wet after the rain. 49. Dry, free from moisture. Example, the clothes are dry now. 50. Modern, relating to the present time. Example, this is a modern building with advanced technology. Section 4a. Nouns for places and things. 1. School, a place where people go to learn. Example, my children go to school every day. 2. Hospital, a place where sick or injured people are treated. Example, she works at the hospital as a nurse. 3. Park, a public area with grass and trees. Example, we went for a walk in the park. 4. Store, a place where goods are sold. Example, I bought this shirt from the store. 5. City, a large town. Example, New York is a big city. 6. Village, a small community in a rural area. Example, my grandparents live in a small village. 7. Car, a vehicle used for transportation. Example, I drive my car to work. 8. Bicycle, a vehicle with 2 wheels powered by pedals. Example, he rides his bicycle to school. 9. Book, a written or printed work. Example, I love reading a good book. 10. Computer, an electronic device for storing and processing data. Example, I use my computer for work. 11. Phone, a device used to communicate over long distances. Example, I left my phone at home. 12. Table, a piece of furniture with a flat top. Example, we eat dinner at the table. 13. Chair, a separate seat for one person. Example, please sit on the chair. 14. Bed, a piece of furniture for sleeping. Example, I go to bed at 10 p.m. 15. Door, a movable barrier to enter or exit a room. Example, please close the door. 16. Window, an opening in a wall to let in light and air. Example, I opened the window to get some fresh air. 17. House, the building where people live. Example, they bought a new house last year. 18. Apartment, a set of rooms in a building. Example, I live in a small apartment. 19. Street, a public road in a city or town. Example, the street is very busy in the morning. 20. Road, a wide way connecting places. Example, the road to the beach is long. 21. Bridge, a structure built over a river or road. Example, we crossed the bridge to get to the other side. 22. River, a large natural stream of water. Example, the river flows through the city. 23. Mountain, a large landform rising above its surroundings. Example, we climbed the mountain last summer. 24. Forest, a large area covered with trees. Example, we went hiking in the forest. 25. Beach, the sandy or pebbly shore by the ocean. Example, we spent the day at the beach. 26. Ocean, a large body of salt water. Example, the ocean is very deep. 27. Lake, a large body of water surrounded by land. Example, we went fishing in the lake. 28. Island, a piece of land surrounded by water. Example, they went on vacation to a tropical island. 29. Country, a nation with its own government. Example, I want to visit a new country next year. 30. Airport, a place where airplanes take off and land. Example, we arrived at the airport early. 31. Train station, a place where trains stop to pick up passengers. Example, I will meet you at the train station. 32. Bus stop, a place where buses pick up and drop off passengers. Example, the bus stop is just around the corner. 33. Restaurant, the place where people pay to eat meals. Example, we had dinner at a nice restaurant. 34. Cafe, a small restaurant serving coffee and light meals. Example, let's meet at the cafe for coffee. 35. Market, a place where goods are bought and sold. Example, I bought fresh vegetables from the market. 36. Mall, a large building with many stores. Example, we went shopping at the mall. 37. Library, a place where books are kept for reading or borrowing. Example, I borrowed a book from the library. 38. Museum, a place where objects of historical or cultural interest are displayed. Example, we visited the museum last weekend. 39. Theatre, a place where movies or plays are shown. Example, we watched a movie at the theatre. 40. Stadium, a large venue for sports or concerts. Example, the concert was held at the stadium. 41. Office, a place where people work. Example, I go to the office every day. 42. Factory, a building where goods are manufactured. Example, he works in a car factory. 43. Farm, the place where crops are grown or animals are raised. Example, they grow vegetables on their farm. 44. Garden, a piece of land used for growing flowers or vegetables. Example, she spends her weekends working in the garden. 45. Zoo, a place where animals are kept for public display. Example, we took the children to the zoo. 46. Bank, a place where money is kept and managed. Example, I need to go to the bank to deposit some money. 47. Post office, a place where mail is processed and sent. Example, I sent a package at the post office. 48. Church, a building used for Christian worship. Example, they go to church every Sunday. 49. Temple, the place of worship for certain religions. Example, we visited a beautiful temple in Japan. 50. Hotel, a place where travelers can stay overnight. Example, we stayed at a luxury hotel during our vacation. Section 5. Advanced vocabulary. 1. Analyze, to examine something in detail. Example, scientists analyze data to find patterns. 2. Benefit, an advantage or profit gained from something. Example, exercise has many health benefits. 3. Challenge, a difficult task or problem. Example, learning a new language is a challenge. 4. Develop, to grow or cause to grow. Example, the company developed a new product. 5. Environment, the natural world or surroundings. Example, we must protect the environment. 6. Function, the purpose or role of something. Example, the function of the heart is to pump blood. 7. Identify, to recognize or establish something. Example, can you identify this plant? 8. Major, important or significant. Example, this is a major decision for our company. 9. Occur, to happen or take place. Example, the meeting will occur next week. 10. Result, the outcome of an action or event. Example, the result of the experiment was surprising. 11. Strategy, a plan to achieve a long-term goal. Example, the company has a new marketing strategy. 12. Theory, a well-substantiated explanation of something. Example, Einstein's theory of relativity changed physics. 13. Unique, being the only one of its kind. Example, this painting is unique and very valuable. 14. Valid, based on truth or reason. Example, her argument was valid and convincing. 15. Variable, something that can change or vary. Example, the experiment tested several variables. 16. Achieve, to successfully reach a goal. Example, she worked hard to achieve her dreams. 17. Assume, to suppose something without proof. Example, I assume you've already heard the news. 18. Conduct, to organize and carry out. Example, the scientist conducted an experiment. 19. Create, to bring something into existence. Example, the artist created a beautiful sculpture. 20. Define, to state the meaning of something. Example, can you define this word for me? 21. Evaluate, to judge the value or quality of something. Example, teachers evaluate students' performance. 22. Focus, to concentrate on something. Example, I need to focus on my work. 23. Impact, the effect or influence of something. Example, the new law had a big impact on society. 24. Investigate, to examine something carefully. Example, the police are investigating the crime. 25. Justify, to show or prove something is right. Example, can you justify your decision? 26. Maintain, to keep something in good condition. Example, it's important to maintain your car regularly. 27. Negotiate, to discuss to reach an agreement. Example, they negotiated a new contract. 28. Obtain, to get something through effort. Example, she obtained a scholarship for university. 29. Participate, to take part in something. Example, I want to participate in the competition. 30. Predict, to say what will happen in the future. Example, it's hard to predict the weather accurately. 31. Prove, to show that something is true. Example, he proved his theory with experiments. 32. React, to respond to something. Example, how did she react to the news? 33. Regulate, to control or maintain the rate of something. Example, the government regulates the use of chemicals. 34. Require, to need something. Example, this job requires a lot of experience. 35. Respond, to reply or react to something. Example, he responded to the email immediately. 36. Role, the function or position of someone or something. Example, what is your role in the project? 37. Significant, important or meaningful. Example, this discovery is significant for science. 38. Similar, almost the same as something else. Example, these two paintings are very similar. 39. Solve, to find an answer to a problem. Example, can you solve this maths problem? 40. Source, the origin of something. Example, the river is the source of water for the village. 41. Specific, clearly defined or identified. Example, can you give me specific instructions? 42. Structure, the arrangement of parts in something. Example, the structure of the building is very strong. 43. Task, a piece of work to be done. Example, my task is to finish this report by tomorrow. 44. Trend, a general direction in which something is developing. Example, the trend in fashion changes every year. 45. Vary, to change or differ in size or amount. Example, prices vary depending on the season. 46. Verify, to confirm the truth or accuracy of something. Example, please verify your email address. 47. Volume, the amount of space something occupies. Example, the volume of the box is 10 cubic meters. 48. Witness, to see something happen. Example, did anyone witness the accident? 49. Yield, to produce or provide something. Example, the farm yields a large amount of crops. 50. Zone, an area with a particular feature or use. Example, this is a no parking zone. Section 7. Travel and transportation. 1. Travel, to go from one place to another. Example, I love to travel to new countries. 2. Transportation, the movement of people or goods. Example, public transportation is very convenient in the city. 3. Airport, a place where airplanes take off and land. Example, we arrived at the airport 2 hours early. 4. Flight, a journey made by air. Example, our flight to Paris was delayed. 5. Ticket, a piece of paper or electronic record for travel. Example, I bought a ticket for the train. 6. Passport, a document for international travel. Example, don't forget your passport when traveling abroad. 7. Visa, a permit to enter a country. Example, I applied for a visa to visit the United States. 8. Luggage, bags and suitcases for travel. Example, I packed my luggage for the trip. 9. Suitcase, a bag for carrying clothes and personal items. Example, I bought a new suitcase for my vacation. 10. Backpack, a bag carried on the back. Example, I use a backpack for hiking trips. 11. Passenger, a person traveling in a vehicle. Example, the bus can carry up to 50 passengers. 12. Pilot, a person who flies an aircraft. Example, the pilot announced that we would land soon. 13. Flight attendant, the person who assists passengers on a plane. Example, the flight attendant served us drinks. 14. Destination, the place someone is going to. Example, our destination is a small island in the Caribbean. 15. Journey, the act of traveling from one place to another. Example, the journey took 6 hours by car. 16. Trip, a short journey for a purpose. Example, we went on a trip to the mountains. 17. Tour, a visit to places of interest. Example, we took a tour of the ancient ruins. 18. Guide, a person who shows the way or provides information. Example, the guide explained the history of the castle. 19. Map, a diagram of an area showing roads and places. Example, I used a map to find my way around the city. 20. Compass, a device that shows direction. Example, the hiker used a compass to navigate the forest. 21. Hotel, a place where travelers can stay overnight. Example, we booked a hotel near the beach. 22. Reservation, an arrangement to keep something for future use. Example, I made a reservation at a restaurant. 23. Check-in, the process of arriving at a hotel or airport. Example, we checked in at the hotel at 3 p.m. 24. Check-out, the process of leaving a hotel. Example, check-out time is at 11 a.m. 25. Room service, food or drinks delivered to a hotel room. Example, we ordered room service for breakfast. 26. Tourist, a person traveling for pleasure. Example, the city is full of tourists in the summer. 27. Sightseeing, visiting places of interest. Example, we spent the day sightseeing in the city. 28. Attraction, a place that draws visitors. Example, the museum is a popular tourist attraction. 29. Landmark, a recognizable feature of a place. Example, the Eiffel Tower is a famous landmark in Paris. 30. Adventure, an exciting or unusual experience. Example, we went on an adventure in the jungle. 31. Cruise, a trip on a ship for pleasure. Example, we went on a cruise around the Mediterranean. 32. Ferry, a boat that carries passengers and vehicles. Example, we took the ferry to the island. 33. Train, a vehicle that runs on tracks and carries passengers. Example, the train arrived at the station on time. 34. Bus, a large vehicle that carries passengers. Example, I take the bus to work every day. 35. Taxi, a car that carries passengers for a fee. Example, we took a taxi to the airport. 36. Subway, an underground train system. Example, the subway is the fastest way to get around the city. 37. Bicycle, a vehicle with two wheels powered by pedals. Example, I ride my bicycle to school. 38. Motorcycle, a two-wheeled vehicle with an engine. Example, he rides his motorcycle to work. 39. Car, a vehicle with four wheels for personal transportation. Example, I drive my car to the supermarket. 40. Highway, a major road for fast travel. Example, we drove on the highway to reach the city. 41. Traffic, vehicles moving on a road. Example, the traffic was heavy during rush hour. 42. Road, a paved way for vehicles and pedestrians. Example, the road to the village is very narrow. 43. Bridge, a structure built over a river or road. Example, we crossed the bridge to get to the other side. 44. Tunnel, an underground passage. Example, the train went through a long tunnel. 45. Parking, a place to leave a vehicle. Example, I found parking near the restaurant. 46. Gas station, a place to refuel a vehicle. Example, we stopped at a gas station to fill up the car. 47. Rental, the act of paying to use something temporarily. Example, we rented a car for our trip. 48. Itinerary, a plan of a journey. Example, our itinerary includes visits to 3 cities. 49. Delay, a situation where something takes longer than expected. Example, our flight was delayed due to bad weather. 50. Explore, to travel through an area to learn about it. Example, we spent the day exploring the old town. Section 8. Health and fitness. 1. Health, the state of being free from illness or injury. Example, good health is more important than wealth. 2. Fitness, the condition of being physically fit and healthy. Example, she goes to the gym to maintain her fitness. 3. Exercise, physical activity to improve health. Example, I do exercise every morning to stay healthy. 4. Gym, the place with equipment for physical exercise. Example, he goes to the gym after work. 5. Yoga, a practice for physical and mental well-being. Example, I do yoga to relax and stay flexible. 6. Meditation, a practice of focusing the mind for relaxation. Example, meditation helps me reduce stress. 7. Diet, the kinds of food a person eats regularly. Example, a balanced diet is important for good health. 8. Nutrition, the process of providing the body with food. Example, good nutrition is essential for growth. 9. Vitamin, a substance needed for healthy growth. Example, oranges are rich in vitamin C. 10. Protein, a nutrient essential for building muscle. Example, eggs are a good source of protein. 11. Carbohydrate, a nutrient that provides energy. Example, rice and bread are high in carbohydrates. 12. Fat, a nutrient that stores energy. Example, too much fat in your diet can be unhealthy. 13. Calorie, a unit of energy in food. Example, I try to limit my calorie intake. 14. Hydration, the process of providing the body with water. Example, staying hydrated is important during exercise. 15. Water, a clear liquid essential for life. Example, I drink at least 8 glasses of water a day. 16. Sleep, a natural state of rest for the body. Example, getting enough sleep is important for health. 17. Stress, a feeling of emotional or physical tension. Example, too much stress can affect your health. 18. Relaxation, the state of being free from tension. Example, I listen to music for relaxation. 19. Injury, harm or damage to the body. Example, he suffered an injury during the game. 20. Pain, an unpleasant physical sensation. Example, she felt pain in her back after lifting heavy boxes. 21. Illness, a disease or period of sickness. Example, he missed work due to illness. 22. Disease, a disorder of structure or function in the body. Example, heart disease is a leading cause of death. 23. Infection, the invasion of harmful microorganisms. Example, the wound became red and swollen due to infection. 24. Fever, a high body temperature, often due to illness. Example, she had a fever and stayed in bed all day. 25. Cough, a sudden expulsion of air from the lungs. Example, he has a bad cough and needs to see a doctor. 26. Cold, a common viral infection of the nose and throat. Example, I caught a cold and have a runny nose. 27. Flu, a contagious respiratory illness. Example, she got the flu and had to stay home. 28. Allergy, a reaction to a substance by the immune system. Example, I have an allergy to pollen. 29. Medicine, a substance used to treat illness. Example, the doctor prescribed medicine for my headache. 30. Prescription, a written order for medication. Example, I need a prescription to buy this medicine. 31. Vaccine, a substance used to stimulate immunity. Example, the vaccine protects against the flu. 32. Checkup, a routine medical examination. Example, I go for a checkup once a year. 33. Doctor, a licensed medical practitioner. Example, I visited the doctor for a health consultation. 34. A nurse, a healthcare professional providing patient care. Example, the nurse took my blood pressure. 35. Hospital, a place where sick or injured people are treated. Example, she was admitted to the hospital for surgery. 36. Clinic, a place where outpatients receive medical care. Example, I went to the clinic for a flu shot. 37. Surgery, a medical procedure involving an operation. Example, he had surgery to remove his appendix. 38. Recovery, the process of returning to health. Example, she is in recovery after her surgery. 39. Therapy, treatment to relieve or heal a disorder. Example, he goes to physical therapy for his knee injury. 40. Massage, the rubbing of muscles to relieve tension. Example, I got a massage to relax my sore muscles. 41. Strength, the quality of being physically strong. Example, weightlifting helps build strength. 42. Endurance, the ability to sustain physical effort. Example, running improves your endurance. 43. Flexibility, the ability to bend or move easily. Example, stretching exercises improve flexibility. 44. Balance, the ability to stay steady. Example, yoga helps improve balance and coordination. 45. Posture, the position of the body when sitting or standing. Example, good posture is important for back health. 46. Weight, the measure of how heavy someone or something is. Example, I check my weight every week. 47. Obesity, excessive body weight. Example, obesity can lead to health problems. 48. Healthy, in good physical condition. Example, eating fruits and vegetables keeps you healthy. 49. Unhealthy, not in good physical condition. Example, smoking is an unhealthy habit. 50. Wellness, the state of being in good health. Example, wellness involves both physical and mental health. Section 9. Education and learning. 1. Education, the process of receiving or giving systematic instruction. Example, education is the key to success. 2. School, a place where children go to learn. Example, my daughter loves going to school. 3. Teacher, a person who helps students learn. Example, the teacher explained the lesson clearly. 4. Student, a person who is studying. Example, the students are preparing for their exams. 5. Classroom, a room where students learn. Example, the classroom was full of eager students. 6. Lesson, a period of learning or teaching. Example, today's lesson was about history. 7. Homework, work given to students to do at home. Example, I have a lot of homework to finish tonight. 8. Exam, a formal test of knowledge. Example, I studied hard for the maths exam. 9. Test, a short assessment of knowledge. Example, we have a spelling test tomorrow. 10. Grade, a score or mark given for work. Example, she got an A grade in her science project. 11. Subject, a branch of knowledge studied in school. Example, my favorite subject is English. 12. Math, the study of numbers, shapes, and patterns. Example, I find math challenging but interesting. 13. Science, the study of the natural world. Example, we did a fun experiment in science class. 14. History, the study of past events. Example, I enjoy learning about ancient history. 15. Geography, the study of the Earth's features. Example, we learned about different countries in geography. 16. Literature, written works, especially those considered of artistic value. Example, we read Shakespeare in literature class. 17. Art, the expression of creativity through painting, drawing, etc. Example, I love creating art in my free time. 18. Music, the art of combining sounds in a pleasing way. Example, I play the piano in music class. 19. Physical education, PE, exercise and sports as part of school. Example, we play soccer in PE class. 20. A library, a place where books and resources are kept. Example, I borrowed a book from the library. 21. Textbook, a book used for studying a subject. Example, I forgot my maths textbook at home. 22. Notebook, a book for writing notes. Example, I take notes in my notebook during class. 23. Pen, a tool for writing with ink. Example, can I borrow a pen, please? 24. Pencil, a tool for writing or drawing. Example, I use a pencil to do my homework. 25. Eraser, a tool for removing pencil marks. Example, I need an eraser to fix this mistake. 26. Ruler, a tool for measuring length. Example, I used a ruler to draw a straight line. 27. Calculator, a device for making mathematical calculations. Example, we are allowed to use a calculator in the exam. 28. Project, a task requiring research and effort. Example, we presented our group project to the class. 29. Research, the systematic investigation into a subject. Example, I did research for my history paper. 30. Essay, a short piece of writing on a topic. Example, I wrote an essay about climate change. 31. Presentation, a talk given to an audience. Example, I gave a presentation about my favorite book. 32. Degree, a qualification awarded by a university. Example, she earned a degree in biology. 33. University, an institution of higher education. Example, he is studying engineering at the university. 34. College, an institution for higher education or vocational training. Example, I plan to attend college after high school. 35. Scholarship, financial aid for students. Example, she won a scholarship to study abroad. 36. Diploma, a certificate awarded for completing a course. Example, I received my high school diploma last year. 37. Knowledge, information and understanding gained through learning. Example, reading books increases your knowledge. 38. Skill, the ability to do something well. Example, learning a new language is a useful skill. 39. Study, the act of learning or reviewing material. Example, I need to study for my upcoming test. 40. Learn, to gain knowledge or skill. Example, I want to learn how to play the guitar. 41. Teach, to help someone learn. Example, my mom teaches me how to cook. 42. Understand, to grasp the meaning of something. Example, I finally understand this maths problem. 43. Explain, to make something clear or easy to understand. Example, can you explain this concept to me? 44. Question, a sentence asking for information. Example, I asked the teacher a question about the lesson. 45. Answer, a response to a question. Example, she gave the correct answer to the question. 46. Discuss, to talk about something in detail. Example, we discussed the topic in class today. 47. Debate, a formal discussion on a topic. Example, the students had a debate about climate change. 48. Experiment, a test to discover something. Example, we conducted an experiment in science class. 49. Discover, to find something new. Example, scientists discovered a new species of fish. 50. Curiosity, a strong desire to learn or know something. Example, curiosity is important for learning. Section 10. Nature and environment. 1. Nature, the physical world and everything in it. Example, I love spending time in nature. 2. Environment, the natural world or surroundings. Example, we must protect the environment. 3. Tree, a tall plant with a trunk and branches. Example, the tree provides shade in the summer. Forest, a large area covered with trees. Example, we went hiking in the forest. 5. Mountain, a large landform rising above its surroundings. Example, we climbed the mountain last summer. 6. River, a large natural stream of water. Example, the river flows through the city. 7. Lake, a large body of water surrounded by land. Example, we went fishing in the lake. 8. Ocean, a large body of salt water. Example, the ocean is very deep. 9. Beach, a sandy or pebbly shore by the ocean. Example, we spent the day at the beach. 10. Island, a piece of land surrounded by water. Example, they went on vacation to a tropical island. 11. Desert, a dry, barren area of land. Example, the desert is hot during the day and cold at night. 12. Valley, a low area between hills or mountains. Example, the valley is full of flowers in the spring. 13. Hill, a raised area of land, smaller than a mountain. Example, we climbed the hill to see the view. 14. Field, an open area of land, often used for farming. Example, the field was full of golden wheat. 15. Grass, a green plant that covers the ground. Example, the grass is soft and green. 16. Flower, the colorful part of a plant. Example, she picked a flower from the garden. 17. Plant, a living organism that grows in soil. Example, I water my plants every morning. 18. Animal, a living creature that is not a plant. Example, the zoo has many different animals. 19. Bird, a feathered animal that can fly. Example, I saw a bird building a nest. 20. Fish, a water-dwelling animal with gills and fins. Example, we caught a fish in the lake. 21. Insect, a small animal with 6 legs. Example, bees are important insects for pollination. 22. Butterfly, a flying insect with colorful wings. Example, the butterfly landed on the flower. 23. Rain, water falling from the sky. Example, the rain made the ground wet. 24. Snow, frozen water falling from the sky. Example, the children played in the snow. 25. Wind, the movement of air. Example, the wind blew the leaves off the trees. 26. Sun, the star that provides light and heat to Earth. Example, the sun rises in the east. 27. Moon, the natural satellite of the Earth. Example, the moon was full last night. 28. Star, a bright point of light in the night sky. Example, we saw many stars in the sky. 29. Cloud, a visible mass of water droplets in the sky. Example, the sky was full of white clouds. 30. Sky, the space above the earth. Example, the sky turned orange during the sunset. 31. Weather, the state of the atmosphere at a place and time. Example, the weather is sunny and warm today. 32. Climate, the average weather conditions in an area. Example, the climate in this region is tropical. 33. Season, one of the 4 periods of the year. Example, my favorite season is autumn. 34. Spring, the season between winter and summer. Example, flowers bloom in the spring. 35. Summer, the hottest season of the year. Example, we go to the beach in the summer. 36. Autumn, the season between summer and winter. Example, the leaves change color in autumn. 37. Winter, the coldest season of the year. Example, it snows a lot in winter. 38. Pollution, harmful substances in the environment. Example, air pollution is a serious problem in cities. 39. Recycling, the process of reusing materials. Example, we recycle paper, plastic, and glass. 40. Conservation, the protection of natural resources. Example, conservation efforts help save endangered species. 41. Energy, power derived from resources like electricity or fuel. Example, solar energy is a renewable resource. 42. Renewable, resources that can be replenished. Example, wind and solar power are renewable energy sources. 43. Non-renewable, resources that cannot be replenished. Example, coal and oil are non-renewable resources. 44. Ecosystem, a community of living organisms and their environment. Example, the forest is a complex ecosystem. 45. Habitat, the natural home of an animal or plant. Example, the jungle is the habitat of many wild animals. 46. Endangered, at risk of extinction. Example, the tiger is an endangered species. 47. Extinct, no longer in existence. Example, dinosaurs are extinct animals. 48. Sustainability, using resources responsibly to protect the future. Example, sustainability is important for the planet. 49. Earth, the planet we live on. Example, we must take care of the Earth. 50. Planet, a celestial body that orbits a star. Example, Earth is the 3rd planet from the Sun.